Hey guys, what's up? This is Jamie, and today I'm going to show you guys how to give somebody black demon eyes in Photoshop. So anyways, here's what it looks like. Basically the same kind of look as if somebody was wearing black contacts. And the key to this is to make sure when you're taking the picture, here's the original image, that the reflections in the eyes are really visible. So basically just make sure you shoot it in a well-lit area and you should be good. First step is to create a new layer, and we're going to take a black brush and just paint black over the general eye area. So after we do that, we're going to make a layer mask and we're going to erase away all of the unwanted areas. So turn the opacity down 50% so you can see what you're doing, and just erase away everything that you don't want. So just pretty much leaving only the eyes. Alright, so after we did that, we're going to turn the opacity back up to 100% and just see what it looks like. As you can see, the edge is a little sloppy, so I'm going to fix the edge up a little bit. Okay, so the next thing you're going to want to do is turn that off, turn off the black eye layer, and make a copy of each of the eyes. So just take the rectangle marquee tool and make a copy, layer via copy of each of the eyes. So you're going to have two separate eye layers. Turn off the bottom one so you can see just the two eyes. And we're going to make layer mask and erase everything except for the eyes. And what we're doing here is using this for the reflections. So after you have that done, turn the black layer back on and put it below the two eyes. So now we have that done. You're going to want to erase away, using the layer mask, the white of the eyes. Okay, next step, after you erase the white of the eyes, you're going to want to take each of the eye layers and go to adjustment levels, and what we're doing is darkening the image down so all you can see is just the reflection. So if you see, I'm taking the midtones and pushing them down, also the shadows down just a little bit. So, and when I do this, you can see that I didn't erase everything, so I'm just going to erase the stuff that I missed, and then do it with the other eye. Okay. So now we have everything darkened. You can see that I still need to clean up the edges just a little bit. Okay, so after you darken both the eye reflections and clean up the edges of those, what we're going to do is use the burn tool and darken the edge of the eyelid just to blend everything together a little bit better. So what I did is duplicated the original layer just in case you screw it up. Duplicate that, choose the burn tool, and we're going to want to work with the midtones and the shadows. So I turned down the exposure pretty low, I think it's at like 36%, and just go along the edge of the eyelid until it's a little bit darker, because what you don't want is like a little bit of white showing from the original eyeball. So be careful with the shadows. You're going to want to turn the exposure down a lot, otherwise it's going to get really dark. Okay, so it looks pretty good so far. The reflections are a little bit dark, so what I'm going to do is duplicate each of the eye reflections, and what we're going to do from there is take the top layers and put them both on an add mode. That'll bring out the reflection quite a bit. It's a little bit too bright, so we're going to take the opacity down of each of those about 50%. And that's about it. It looks pretty good. Okay, so the eyes are pretty much done. The last thing I'm going to do to finish this off is just add some final color adjustments. So let's go to adjustment layer, color lookup, and I just found a cool preset. It ended up being a little bit too strong, so I took it down about 50%. The next thing that I'm going to do is add a selective color, and I pretty much just mess around with this until I find something that I like. There's a lot of options. They give you pretty much any color that you want to change, and you can change it however you want. So I'm just going through here and pretty much color by color and just adjusting it however I like it. Okay, last thing I'm going to do is add a vignette. So what I'm going to do is add a new layer and then fill it with a dark blue, and then make a selection with the circle or oval marquee tool, and then pick refine edge, and then what I do is I turn the feather up a lot and then do shift edge just to push it to the outside. And then if you pick layer mask tool, it'll automatically add that selection to the layer mask. And then you're going to want to invert the mask, do Control I to invert it. And then I just duplicated it and put it to overlay mode. You're going to want to put both layers on overlay mode, and then turn down the opacity of the top one. Alright guys, that's the end of this tutorial. If you guys have any suggestions for new tutorials that you want to see, let me know in the comments below. I'm going to try to do one new tutorial per week. Also, if you haven't already subscribed to me, you should subscribe. I've got a bunch of new videos coming out. I'm going to be putting out a new Mad Dad video in the next couple weeks. If you haven't seen the first one, go check it out. It's on my channel. It's pretty funny. Also, should be releasing our feature-length movie called Horseman pretty soon. We're almost done with that. It'll be released in segments, so keep an eye out for that. And we'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.